Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're simplifying your savings plan with the 50/30/20 rule, a powerful budgeting method that helps you manage your money without feeling overwhelmed. This easy-to-follow strategy breaks your income into three categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. It's perfect for anyone looking to take control of their finances and start saving effectively, whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your plan. Hit that subscribe button for more practical tips to help you master your budget and live your best life on a budget. 1. Understanding the 50/30/20 rule. The 50/30/20 rule is a simple yet effective budgeting method that divides your income into three categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. The goal is to provide a clear and manageable way to allocate your income without overcomplicating things. By following this rule, you can ensure that you're covering essential expenses, enjoying life's pleasures, and still saving for your future. The simplicity of the 50/30/20 rule makes it a great choice for beginners or anyone looking to get their finances in order. It helps you strike a balance between managing immediate needs and long-term financial goals. 2. Allocating 50% for needs. The first category in the 50/30/20 rule is needs, which makes up 50% of your income. Needs are the essential expenses that are necessary for basic living, such as rent or mortgage, utilities, transportation, and groceries. These are the bills that you must pay to survive and function in everyday life. To make sure you're allocating correctly, take a close look at what qualifies as a need versus a want. For example, paying for housing and utilities is a need, while cable TV or a gym membership might fall under wants. When applying the 50/30/20 rule, it's important to ensure that the needs category covers all your mandatory expenses without cutting into savings or discretionary spending. 3. Allocating 30% for wants. The second category is wants, which represents 30% of your income. Wants are the non-essential items that enhance your lifestyle but aren't absolutely necessary. These include things like dining out, entertainment, shopping for clothes or gadgets, vacations, or any other luxuries that make life enjoyable but aren't critical. It's essential to strike a balance here. Spending on wants is important for maintaining a satisfying lifestyle, but overindulgence can derail your budget. By sticking to the 30% allocation, you can enjoy these non-essential expenses without compromising your financial goals. It's also important to recognize that some wants can sometimes be flexible or eliminated. If you're trying to save for something significant like a house or a vacation, you may want to scale back on wants temporarily. 4. Allocating 20% for savings and debt repayment. The final category in the 50/30/20 rule is savings and debt repayment, which should account for 20% of your income. This portion of your budget is meant for long-term financial health and security. It includes putting money into savings accounts, retirement funds, emergency savings, and paying off debt. Prioritizing this category is crucial, as it ensures you're planning for the future and not just living in the moment. If you have high-interest debt, like credit card balances, paying it off should be a top priority within this category. You can set up automatic transfers to savings accounts or retirement plans to make sure this portion of your income is consistently saved or used for debt reduction. 5. Creating flexibility within the rule. While the 50/30/20 rule offers a solid framework, it's essential to acknowledge that life is unpredictable. Unexpected expenses, changes in income, or shifts in personal priorities may require some flexibility in how you allocate your money. For example, if your rent increases or you have a medical emergency, you may need to temporarily adjust the percentages in the short term. Likewise, if you're in a situation where you're aggressively saving for a large goal, like buying a house, you might choose to allocate more than 20% towards savings for a period of time. 6. Using the 50/30/20 rule for debt repayment. The 50/30/20 rule is also a great tool for managing and repaying debt. While 20% of your income is intended for savings and debt repayment, this doesn't mean all of it should go to savings if you have high-interest debt. Prioritizing debt repayment in this category ensures you're not paying just the minimum on credit cards or loans. For example, allocate a larger portion of the 20% to paying off debt and shift savings contributions temporarily until you're free from high-interest financial burdens. Once your debt is under control, you can direct more of this 20% toward long-term savings and investments. 7. Tracking your progress regularly. To ensure that the 50-30-20 rule is working for you, it's essential to track your progress regularly. Review your budget on a monthly or bi-weekly basis to make sure you're staying within the recommended allocations. This will help you identify any areas where you might be overspending or where you could cut back. Tracking your expenses can be done manually with spreadsheets or through budgeting apps that can automate the process. If you find that one category is taking up more than its share, adjust your spending habits accordingly. 8. Automating your budget. One of the best ways to stick to the 50-30-20 rule is by automating your savings and bill payments. Setting up automatic transfers to your savings or debt repayment accounts can make sure you stay consistent with your 20% allocation. Similarly, automating bill payments ensures that your needs category, like rent or utilities, is always covered. By automating these processes, you take the decision-making out of the equation, which reduces the risk of forgetting to save or pay bills. This can also free up mental space, allowing you to focus more on achieving your goals. 9. Making adjustments for high living costs. If you live in an area with a high cost of living, the 50-30-20 rule may need to be adjusted to fit your reality. For example, in cities with high rent or utility costs, the 50% allocated for needs may not be enough to cover your basic living expenses. In such cases, you may need to adjust the percentages slightly to ensure you're still covering your needs adequately. For instance, you could allocate 55% for needs, 25% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. While this may slightly alter the rule, the core idea remains intact. You're still making sure your needs are prioritized and that you're saving for the future. 10. Reviewing and adjusting long-term. Lastly, it's essential to review and adjust your budget as your income and financial goals evolve. As your life changes, so should your budget. For example, once you pay off debt or receive a raise at work, you may want to reallocate your 20% savings towards investments or a new savings goal. Similarly, if you find that you're consistently spending less than your allocated 30% for wants, you could redirect that money into savings or debt repayment. Regularly revisiting your budget ensures that it aligns with your current situation and goals. Thanks for watching. I hope the 50-30-20 rule has given you a simple yet powerful way to start taking control of your finances. Remember, the key to a successful budget is consistency and balance, and by following this rule, you can prioritize your needs, enjoy your wants, and still build a strong financial future. If you're ready to simplify your savings plan and take charge of your financial goals, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community for more tips on managing money, budgeting, and living your best life on a budget. Let me know in the comments if you tried the 50-30-20 rule and how it's worked for you. See you in the next video.